Over 12 years ago, a group of kindergartners walked into our schools for the first time. Today, they're preparing to graduate. Their journey and ours began long before they could imagine the future ahead. In 2013, Mariemont City Schools asked a bold question. How do we prepare students for a world that's constantly changing? We knew traditional classrooms wouldn't be enough. Students would need deeper, more relevant learning, opportunities to think critically, create, explore, and connect learning to real life. That question became a plan, and that plan became Destination 2026, launched in 2014 after 18 months of research, conversation, and dreaming with more than 50 educators.
What do I remember the most? The vision.
I didn't know that we really needed to have this big instructional vision. But, as we started getting into the work, I got excited.
It did feel a little bit like you take a perfectly good airplane that can get you from A to B in comfort and on time, and we were going to try to rebuild it in the air.
Destination 2026 wasn't about fixing isolated issues. It was about redesigning our systems so that excellence reached every learner. Two guiding principles shaped every decision: access and opportunity. We created common expectations for effective teaching and engaged learning, developed a student achievement dashboard, and built a culture of personalized instruction through data collaboration teams.
At the very start, there wasn't a whole lot of conversations among teachers around individual student data, and so we really had to start having and allowing a space for teachers to have those conversations.
The student growth was really phenomenal, and I think the reason for that became we took more of a collective approach to improve the academic experience for them in the classroom.
As the journey continued, opportunity expanded. We added course options, launched STEM programming, and then took a major step: Warriors Beyond, our experiential learning program that opened learning beyond the classroom.
When I think of Warriors Beyond, I think of excitement and passion.
It is the community coming together. It's our school world coming together. It's all of these different pieces that are creating just an incredible experience for our students to learn beyond the classroom.
Elementary enrichment, high school masterclass, and intercession followed, inviting students to try new things and discover passions along the way.
So during her session, those 3 days, the whole building feels energized.
The kids are excited. There's a lot of discussions, it brings kids together that aren't usually together, which I always think is cool.
Intercession really gets them up and moving and out into the world and exposes them to things that I think often they wouldn't even think to be exposed to themselves.
We also realized the students can't thrive academically without support for their mental and emotional well-being. That led to Warriors Be Well, a comprehensive initiative supporting students and families with research-based programs and services.
Warriors Be Well shifted our mindset so that we were helping kids before they reach a breaking point.
As a counseling team, we work really well together to make sure that we support the whole child and looking at different aspects of their life.
Our students are digital natives. Technology became a tool to deepen learning, spark creativity, and expand access, not replace relationships or effective teaching.
Technology was to enhance teacher instruction, not replace it.
If our goal is for our teachers and our students to be creative and innovative and problem solvers, then the technology needed to never be a barrier to that.
Our use of technology is intentional. It is used for a purpose. It is used to amplify our students' voices, and it's used safely.
As our journey continued, we turned toward what students would need after graduation. We built a K-12 career education framework to help students explore strengths and future pathways. And because their futures are global, we developed Warriors Be Global to strengthen awareness and cultural understanding in connected citizenship.
We're preparing them with knowledge, skills, strategies to go off into the world outside of just Mariemont.
So we were like, gosh, how do we get these students to see a broader worldview? How do we get these students to be exposed to different thought, different experiences that ultimately makes them broader thinkers, makes them broader people?
Even as 2026 approached, innovation continued. We launched district math and literacy teams, created a fellowship program for aspiring leaders on our staff, and developed Graduate Ready, preparing students for life after high school.
There's the building financial confidence segment, which I think is great. Balancing a checkbook, planning, savings, that sort of thing. Mastering professional communication.
We're hoping to give seniors in high school the confidence to go into whatever their next path is and feel really good about the choices they're going to make, feel resilient, and feel like they have the support they need and the skills they need to be thriving adults in the real world.
And now, here we are, 2026. Those kindergartners, they're seniors. And throughout our schools, you can feel the impact. Learning that reaches beyond the classroom, students questioning, creating, and applying their learning, teachers collaborating in schools where every student's potential is nurtured. Learning has become a lived experience, not just academic achievement.
I think Mariemont's a school district that always challenges itself. We always want to make sure that we're on the forefront of education, and that's what we did with Destination 2026. That's what we're doing as we move forward.
Destination 2026 wasn't just a checklist or a roadmap. It was a promise to our students that we would stay relevant, curious, and keep leading the way.
Mariemont now leads far and wide on multiple academic measures. The recognitions, Blue Ribbon Schools, STEM excellence, college readiness, they're all remarkable, but the most powerful outcomes are our students, their confidence, their readiness, and the futures they now see ahead.
I've definitely been given a lot of resources that have helped me get to this point.
I feel like the teachers are a big part of why Mariemont's so great.
This has been a journey for us since the day we stepped into the school.
I think as truly developed who I am, the resources are always there to push you to just be a better student.
I feel like Mariemont really provided different ways you could go, different paths through electives, through different classes you could take.
I've learned how to advocate for myself and just be confident with that.
I think one of the most important things I've learned is that everybody's on a different path and there's no really wrong or right way to go.
Destination 2026 wasn't the end of a journey. It was the beginning of a new way of thinking and leading. This journey belongs to our teachers, our students, our families, and our community. We created it together, we believed in it together, and together we turned a bold dream into an extraordinary reality. And now we prepare for the next chapter, Destination Next, our new strategic blueprint built on what we do best, nurturing potential, exploring possibilities, and transforming experience. Those kindergartners will soon move on, but our journey continues. The journey to the next destination begins now.